Super Mario 64 continues to be an immensely popular game 25 years after its release, with a lively speedrun community, as well as new fans being introduced to the game with its recent release on the Switch as part of Mario 3D All-Stars. Although you can see the end credits with as few as 70 stars, the real goal for any player should surely be to press on and pick up all 120 before declaring the game complete. But the game has other ideas, and many a player has come a cropper as they make the final push. Here's 5 of the hardest stars in Mario 64. I've avoided using the same level twice, as otherwise we'd probably just be talking about Tock, Clock and Rainbow Ride for the entire time. Number 5. Peach's Slide in under 21 seconds. The first star that you obtain on Peach's Slide could be the second star you do in the entire game, requiring only 1 star to unlock its door. But the false window hides another secret. It has a second star within. In order to find it, you'll need to complete the slide a second time in under 21 seconds. Firstly, it's easy to forget in this day and age, but in the N64 years, without a strategy guide you might have struggled to even know that this totally unsignposted star even existed. I can easily imagine purists in 1996 getting very frustrated trying to work out where their one missing star was. But getting it done in the requisite time is also fairly challenging. You'll need to be sliding on your front for the duration, and either flying off at the one unprotected corner, or more likely bumping into a couple of walls and losing speed will be enough to scupper your attempt. Back to the top you go! Number 4. Big Boo's Balcony. Big Boo is not a particularly challenging enemy, and he's the opponent for 3 of his level stars. He presents a huge target to hit, and fighting him inside the house and on the merry-go-round should be pretty straightforward for most players. The third and final time you face him, he'll be outside on his balcony. The fight should still be simple enough, although it is possible to be knocked off the precarious ledge or simply fly off it of your own accord. However, this star has a sting in its tail as the star itself leaps away from Mario, requiring navigation of a slippery rooftop to reach. I've been the staunchest defender of Mario 64's camera against what I think is often unfair criticism, but I can't excuse this. Mario is barely visible, and the narrow walkway along the top of the roof isn't identifiable at all. Any new player is likely to, at the very least, take a couple of attempts to finally snag their prize. Switch to the fixed camera with the R button to make this chore a bit less soul destroying. Number 3. Tock, Clock 100 coins. Tock Clock offers up a stingy 128 coins for you to locate 100 of. In fact, if you don't get at least 2 of the blue coins that appear upon hitting the relevant switch, you can't even complete it. This level is stuffed to the gills with precariously twisting, turning and flipping walkways that can easily dump you into the central pit. The easiest way to tackle this is to stop the clock by entering the level with the hand at the 12, rendering many of the obstacles motionless. But it's still going to require some precise platforming in a tense environment, and the stakes are high with innumerable ways to plummet to your death. This clock has the potential to drive a player cuckoo. Number 2. Rainbow Ride 100 coins. Rainbow Ride is a notoriously challenging level and can also be really frustrating, given that every time you begin it, you'll be forced to endure a good minute of this incredibly slow carpet ride. Unlike on Tock Clock, there's a generous-ish 146 coins scattered across this enormous level, and you'll need to hunt high and low to find 100 of them. 30 of them will appear upon hitting a blue coin block, but even experienced players can botch a wall kick at this section and end up missing out on these, making the challenge much harder. In addition, Rainbow Ride has no end of areas to come unstuck, including dive-bombing fly guys that can knock you off the course, sinking blocks, and of course, several magic carpets that are prone to disappearing just when you need them most. One wrong step on this level and it's curtains. Finally, you'll probably want to make sure you pick up your 100th coin somewhere as safe as possible. You don't want to run the risk of having to make a last-ditch dive for the star as a carpet whisks you away from your prize. Number 1. Wing Mario over the rainbow. You've collected 100 coins in Rainbow Ride. How hard could it be to collect a measly 8 coins in an area that looks pretty similar? And you can fly! It's kind of hard to explain what gives this particular star its X factor, but it has a formidable reputation among Mario 64 connoisseurs. Even players of many years' experience possess a healthy respect for this challenge, knowing how easy it is to make one wrong move and see everything come crashing down. You'll be refreshing your wing cap every 10 seconds out of fear of it running out in midair. Get your landing trajectory onto often small platforms wrong by even a fraction, and it's over. I even managed to fail this one right at the end by flying headfirst into a wing cap box, bouncing off and falling to my death. What sets this star apart from every other task in the game, and what I think adds to the immense pressure, is the price of failure. Unlike the game's main levels, which simply spit you back out next to the level entrance, giving you the opportunity to hop right back in and try again, fall short among the clouds and you'll endure the long, agonising drop into the lake outside Peach's castle, forcing you to take the walk of shame through the entire building for another attempt, giving your frustration plenty of time to fester. Make sure you're in the right frame of mind before you jump back in, unless you want to risk a smashed controller. But what do you think? Is there a star I've missed that's harder than the ones in this video? Let me know the star you dread tackling the most in the comments, or if you can remember, tell me which one gave you the hardest time the first time you played the game. Next up, I'll be looking at 5 stars in Mario 64 which can be completed incredibly easily, as long as you don't do them the way the game intended. Click the subscribe button so you don't miss it.